Hello everybody, welcome to the White Tiger Tarot. Thank you so much for being with me here today. Today's pick a card is a Christmas miracle. Okay, so what Christmas miracle is occurring for you in your life at this time? Okay, and this is our day 12, the last day of our Advent, of our Tarot Advent here that we've got going on the channel. So yeah, welcome. If this is your first time coming, you have a lot to catch up on. And if not, thank you for following along and, being with us here throughout this event that we had going on. It's been a lot of fun. I hope you guys have enjoyed it as well. I also just want to preface that even if you don't celebrate Christmas, this is still a miracle that is occurring in your life, and it is just the season. It's just the vibration of that feeling, of that type of miracle, of that type of happening, okay, that's going on. So let's get right into it here. All right, we have 3 piles for you guys today, and we have our numbers that we're going to pull for each pile to help you guys pick your pile if you so wish. Okay, since we have 3 piles and we have numbers from 1 to 12, all right, we're going to have 4 numbers per pile. Now, this could be a random number, a favorite number, a life path number, a birthday, a birth month, an angel number that you've been seeing. It is just here to kind of help you pick your pile, and yeah, it's just an option to have. All right, so let's get right into it. I'm going to introduce your piles here one at a time. Pile number 1 is the Wonderful Tarot of Oz, okay, and the Jade. And pause the video here. I'm going to close my eyes. If you haven't picked your number yet, pause it here. Okay, our first number is 4 for pile number 1. 12, 5, 11. 4, 12, 5, and 11 for pile number 1. Pile number 2 has the Rhodenite. And the numbers for pile number 2 are 2, 7, 6, and 3. 2, 7, 6, and 3 for pile number 2. Pile number 3 has the Amethyst. Okay, and the numbers for pile number 3 are 1, 8, 9, and 10. 1, 8, 9, and 10 for pile number 3. All right, so with that being said, I'll give you guys a few moments to meditate on the piles here, and I will see you in your reading. Hello, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. This is your Christmas miracle, okay? And we are asking about what miraculous happening, okay, is occurring in your life right now. So even if you're not a celebrator of Christmas, it is merely the energy of this time, the holiday season, okay, and the the warm and miraculousness that kind of happens around these times when we get together with family and there's a good feeling, you know, we come together. There's just magic in the air. And so we're going to take a look at what that magic means for you at this time. Okay, so we have Jade as your stone. 4, 12, 5, and 11 are your numbers. And you were the only pile to get an oracle deck and just one card. Okay, so your card is the Hanged Man. It says, I am content in knowing I am as brave as any best that ever lived, if not braver. And breaking old patterns is the key message here. I am content in knowing I am as brave as any best that ever lived, if not braver. Breaking old patterns. Wow. So there's a big pattern that you are breaking in your life right now that used to maybe have a grasp on you, a hold on you, that maybe was something that created blockages in your life with the Hangman. You could be and have been in a very stagnant time in your life or feeling that way, like not a lot has shifted or moved, maybe in a certain direction or just period, right? But this was for a good reason, because there was a pattern that needed to be recognized, that needed to be broken. And we're going to get more cards to explain this, but I almost feel like you are gaining access to the next leg of the road here, right? It's like, you know, when the Scarecrow and because this is the Wizard of Oz Oracle, and the Tin Man, you know, they can't move down the next leg of their trip because they need more straw, right? And the Tin Man needed more oil for his joints. So it almost seems like there is something that kept you stuck, right? That you yourself have faced with your bravery, as brave as any best, if not braver, right? I'm content in knowing that you've done something well, or you've done something to free yourself of some old pattern, some old habit that, yeah, really used to maybe keep you down, keep you stuck, keep you maybe loving at a certain level, living at a certain level. Let's get some more information. What is this miracle, this Christmas miracle that is occurring here? So we have the 5 of Wands. We have the 8 of Swords. Actually, I want to check the bottom of the deck. Okay, so we have the Magician. Then we have Justice. Magician and Justice. Look at both of their hands, like rising. It's like something has been seen, something has been known, a power. It's a pattern has been broken, right? A karmic pattern, a karmic cycle. Justice here to bring in balance, to say something is over, something is done, right? The Magician standing in his power, confidently. The tools he's been able to accomplish and grasp. Okay, we have the Knight of Swords. We have the King of Swords. We have the Queen of Wands. And we have, wow, the King of Pentacles. 2 kings and a queen. I almost feel like you fought off your limiting thoughts, your limiting beliefs here. That's what this feels like. it's like, and maybe you stop letting the outer world or opinions kind of get to you, or, you know, make you think these things, or like put you in a certain position where you believe them. I think you're breaking old patterns of freeing yourself. You're like, it's like you've defended your thoughts very well. You've protected your thoughts very well. The Knight and the King of Swords, right? Look at all these court cards. So this to me is all like personal development here, and how much you've been able to grow within this time of stagnancy, within this time of, you know, maybe unmoving, or you could call it stuckness here, right? But it was like this for good reason, because there were just all of these thoughts that were keeping us maybe in feelings of, you know, maybe competitiveness, or needing to fight a certain way for what we want, right? Maybe having to force things, right? Maybe these are just very limiting beliefs about how things should be done or have to be done to get to a certain point, or to get to a goal, or to live life, right, in these certain ways. It feels like there was a lot that needed to be battled, that needed to be looked at, right? There's many things surrounding you that almost had to be healed. The patterns had to be broken. And honestly, this Christmas miracle, I think, comes from, it feels like it's a miracle by you. It's really giving kudos to you, because it's just saying, I'm as brave as any best that ever lived, if not braver, right? Knight of Swords, very brave, right? Goes in, it's like all bravery, right? All courage. Just goes in ready to battle, right? Ready to fight, ready to break any old habits, any old patterns, in order for growth, right? In order for stability of thought, growth of the mind, expansion of the mind, expansion of self, expansion of life, right? And you have 3 suits here, right? 3 different suits here in the court cards. King of Swords, Queen of Wands, King of Pentacles, right? So we're seeing you coming into your power, your confidence, your self-worth, right? Your fire, recognizing your truth, recognizing your uniqueness, your unique path, your unique way, and how you express yourself, right? And I think just coming into it, an acceptance of, who you are, what your unique soul path is. And then we have the King of Pentacles, right? Feeling stable. It's like something has been, it's like I'm content in knowing, right? I'm content in knowing that this is where I am, and I feel good, I feel okay, I feel stable. It's like there's a deep inner knowing, a deep inner truth, or understanding, realization, right? That I'm content with who I am and what I've done and where I've been. It feels like something's unlocking within you, that it's like something's solving and things are getting pulled out. These limiting thoughts and beliefs are not there to block you anymore. They can't block you anymore, because you've come into a level of knowing, acceptance of yourself and your path and the timing, right? The divine timing. And it just feels like this leveling up, this comfortability, this like true wisdom that has been kind of gained here, that has been understood, right? That, just accepting, okay, where I am, what it is right now, that the answers will come when they're time to come. I don't have to fight. I don't have to push. I don't have to force, right? I'm not feeling trapped. I'm not feeling limited. I feel like I'm exactly where I need to be, right? Doing exactly what I need to be doing. And if I'm meant to be doing something else, that will come. right? The energy will move me that way. It will shift me that way. So it just feels like this really beautiful unlocking within yourself. So, and I really think you have a very big part to play in this miracle that is happening. Okay, I think the miracle is you finally understanding something, or you coming to a deep self-love and self-acceptance. After staying, determined and focused. Yeah, look at that, waiting. We've been waiting for something, right? We've been waiting for something to shift, waiting for something to change, waiting for something to grow. And we have play, and we have paradox, connection, confusion. I think Spirit was trying to get you to play, right? To have fun where you are, with who you are, with who you're with, right? Even when it's like, I don't know what's going on, I'm confused about the path, I don't know where this is going or going to land, or if this is going to turn out, right? But it feels like Spirit was trying to get you to be in the moment, be present, be with who you're with, and enjoy, right? Enjoy those moments instead of fighting the present, fighting what is, fighting what hasn't come yet, or, how it looks, whatever it might be. So now we have the King of Wands, the Creator. We have the Eight of Wands, traveling. So there's the movement coming in. And then look who shows up again, the Queen of Wands, sharing. So we have the King and the Queen of Wands. And we do have a lot of people, right? We saw connection at the bottom. Look at this, 10 of Cups with harmony. Yeah. So we'll just take that. There is something here about coming into play and love within a certain connection, okay, in your life. And maybe this is your connection with yourself, okay, total balance of the self. And we see that here with harmony. And this could be a double message for some as well, is coming into this balance within ourselves of the masculine and feminine, right? This inner harmony, this head and heart coherence. But this could also play out in a relationship in your life as well, a mirroring that helps us to come to terms with, or in tune with, those things. Okay, so there is now stepping into our confidence, our power, our truth, our uniqueness, our unique sense of self, our unique path in life, right? Look at this mountain, right? People might say, look, you're crazy to go down there. You're crazy to do this. No one's ever done it, right? No one's ever gone that way. It's dangerous. It's this, it's that. But it feels as though you have found your unique way. You have found your way. Okay, and there was something very important about you coming into divine harmony and truth within yourself. Okay, and now there's an alignment. Now there's a harmony with your path. You have now aligned to your truest path, your soul's path. And so now things are going to move. Now things are going to be moving without blockages, without, it's not going to be so slow anymore. It's going to be very fast. Okay, things are really going to start picking up because you have attuned yourself to your unique energy signature, your unique soul path. Okay, you are now on the way, aligned with your truth, and understanding that truth, understanding yourself. It may be how to work in harmony, right, with someone or with others along this path, along this journey, in a way that is harmonious for all, right, in a way that moves us all in a positive experience, right, in a positive way, with love, okay, with love and truth. And now it is truly time. You have now hit, it's like you've hit the high road. You've found the high road in your own life. And so that road is filled with fulfillment that is unique to you, right? That's going to feel so good to you, right? Yeah, look at that. 3 of Pentacles, recognition and reward. Okay, you're being recognized and rewarded by the universe. You're receiving a reward, a job well done, for your determination, for your spiritual strength, okay, for the things that you've been able to accomplish and leave behind, drop, remove, let go of, hold on to, fight for. Right? You are getting rewarded for these things that were very difficult to overcome. The past, right? Past selves, past relationships, head and heart conflict, partnerships and alliances, right? All of these things that we had to let go of in our lives that weren't benefiting us, that didn't fit. Throat chakra and temperance with patience. I think there was a lot within our thoughts and how we communicated with ourselves and how we communicated with other people or a certain relationship. Okay, that needed the most work, right? That we needed to have the most patience with, that needed the most alchemization. But I think that process is now blossomed and bloomed and is really coming into a new form. Okay. For some, we have sharing, right? Sharing your gifts could be part of this path as well, and recognition for those gifts, for your voice or for your expression, okay, is definitely here. Yeah, you've had a lot of patience and there's been a lot of growth, but it feels like we're coming to a new plateau that we have yet to reach here. Triumph. We are triumphing. And look at this. We're moving toward our goal, moving toward our home, moving toward this manifestation. Just movement in general is now happening. Okay, we are having our reward, our triumph, our victory. Okay, and we're going to receive something, I think, pretty major that we've been really, fighting for. And this is what we've been kind of doing this for. I think it's obviously a bigger picture thing, but I think there's going to be a certain there's going to be some reward that comes in where okay, it's over. This was the thing you know, that I've really been working toward, I've really been strong and patient with. Are we going to take these? No. Are we going to take this one? No. Okay. So we have sensitivity. We have challenge. Yeah, maybe your sensitivity was your challenge, your sensitive emotions, maybe you picked up on a lot. Focus. Focus on love. See, focus on the thoughts. Communication. Okay. Yeah, this almost feels like your sensitivity in some way was a challenge. Your moods, maybe, the emotional space. Confidence. You see that with the Queen of Wands twice. Shadow and protection. Yeah, this just feels like you have a lot of angels watching over you. You have a lot of people, ancestors, guides who watched over you while you went through this shadow period, while you were breaking these old patterns and habits. You were always protected. You were always watched over. And it feels like now we're on the other side of this shadow. See these two kind of mirroring, light and dark, right? It's like now we have our confidence. Now it's time to climb the ladder, right? Now we have the confidence to overcome the challenge or to, hone in our focus. It's like we've learned something. So when we are challenged, we're not overwhelmed or overcome. It's like we've learned how to react differently, act differently, right? It's like the shadow doesn't have a hold over us anymore. These things that used to, maybe pull us down, okay, we've learned to overcome. So, yeah, it's pretty amazing. It feels like your miracle is by you, is done by you, and it's going to maybe seem like a miracle when this thing happens, right? Maybe in this significant manner, something shifts, something happens, something comes in, right? And it's going to be like, wow, like this feels like a miracle, but it's really not. It's really been you changing your focus, shifting how you act, how you react, how you deal with things, how you speak, how you think, right? All of those things you've shifted and you've faced the challenge and you've overcome it and you've gained confidence, right? And you're going to see that you were protected the entire time and you were guided the entire time. Okay, so yeah, I think the next leg of the journey, right, is going to be totally focused on inner and outer harmony, on love. Love is going to grow. You're going to triumph. You are truly going to get past this, and you are getting past this right now, and you're going to feel so solid, so secure, so confident, right? So clear about your path. You're ready to take this on now. You're ready to fly above the challenge, right? It's time to fly above the shadow, above the challenge. Because you've learned how to hone your sensitivity, okay, not let it overpower you. Okay, pile number 1, that was your reading today. That was your miracle, your Christmas miracle, and I hope you enjoyed this reading today, this last day of Advent, the 12th day. And I'm wishing you guys all an amazing holiday season, okay, no matter what you're doing or who you're with or what you're celebrating. My love, it goes out to all of you, and I hope you experience a load of joy and laughs and good food and good people with lots of love around you. All right, so thank you so much for coming to this reading today. I hope to see you guys in the next one. All of my love. Peace. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. This is your Christmas miracle. Okay, and this is generally a miracle, even if you don't celebrate Christmas at all. Okay, this is just a miraculous happening going on in your life, or seeming so. Okay, we're going to take a look at what that is for you. Yeah, it's just the energy surrounding this thing. Okay, so we have your Rhodenite there. 2, 7, 6, and 3 are your numbers. And let's see what your cards are. We have the 9 of Swords, and we have the 8 of Cups. So it looks like your miraculous happening that's going on at this time is you leaving behind a situation or a mentality of worry. Something that worried you, a situation that was worrying, okay? Or maybe, your anxiety lessens. Like there's something here about we're leaving the worry in the past. We're leaving it behind. So we're going to take a look at more detail of how this is happening, how this is occurring, right? And what this worry is all about, or this stress, or this worst case scenario. That's what we're leaving here. It's not happening, right? It's not going on. It's not affecting us anymore. So let's get more information. Oops. Yeah, it might happen from something. Something happens and we're like, oh, what a relief. Like, I don't have to worry about that anymore. It doesn't take up my headspace anymore. You get a positive outcome. Some it could be, from the work that you've been doing. Okay, so we have the High Priestess and we have the 7 of Pentacles. So this tells me, for a lot of you, this is like inner work, right, that you've been doing. There's something that you've been really working on, watering, if you will, for a long time. So, maybe trying to follow your intuition more instead of overthinking things, right? Instead of letting your thoughts run wild or run the show. It seems as though you're listening more to your wisdom, to your intuition. There's something here that you've been working towards, working on, watering, right? Letting it grow. Let's see. Let's get more. Yeah, 8 of Pentacles is self-mastery. It's working towards something, building something. And you were worried. Yeah, look at this. 5 of Pentacles. We were worried about the outcome of something. But we continue to follow our intuition instead of, I believe, the worrying thoughts, and maybe even, the limiting physical outcomes that we were getting, or the limiting physical reality that we may have been experiencing. There was something here we were worried about, right? Worried about the outcome. But I think it didn't stop you from focusing on and working towards something and making something better, or fixing something and trying to make it better or make it work. There's something here. So, Knight of Cups and the Fool. Okay, so this tells me that there seems to be someone or something coming in. There's some kind of new beginning, okay, that is coming through that I think is the thing that helps you are relieved of this worry, of this stress. So this could be someone coming in to help you out, right? To help you, lend you a hand, right? That to help you build something, to help you create something. This could also be, love, you working on your self-mastery, on not letting, certain things get you down, worry you, stand in your way. And then it's like that positive messenger comes in to create this new beginning in our lives that help us leave behind this worry, this stress, this anxiety. Yeah, the Chariot. It's like it helps things get moving in the right direction, in a positive direction here, towards victory, towards success, towards home, towards our goal. Okay, so okay, so we have the King of Pentacles. We have Death. We have the Page of Pentacles. And we have the Two of Swords. We also have the King of Cups at the bottom here. So 2 kings. Yeah, it almost seems as though whatever this thing was that was worrying us may have caused us to not feel like we know the way forward, or we know what are the options? Is this even going ahead? Or maybe there was like a standstill on something, It's like holding the head, and it's like, is this going to turn out? Is this going to work? Is this going to move forward? Is anything going to come of this, What's going to happen here? Is this going to be okay? Am I going to be okay? Are we going to be okay? There's something. Right? And it wasn't moving because something was transforming, right? With death. There either wasn't an answer or a way forward, because there was situation being changed, being transformed. So an energy here, right? That was shifting, that it almost seemed like we needed to be patient around. And maybe that was our own inner conflict, inner mental conflict, right? Following our hearts instead of the logic, right? But with the King of Pentacles and the Page, this is something grounding, right? This is something real. This is us beginning something that is of real, true value, right? Consistency, longevity, loyalty, right? Long-term success, long-term fulfillment, long-term abundance, right? This could even be, if some of you, this could be a connection, right? Someone who comes in who's here for the long haul, who's very solid, who's very secure, who's very maybe wealthy even. Because especially we have the King of Cups at the bottom, right? Heart open, heart ready. We have the Knight of Cups, now we have the King. Okay, could be someone coming in with an offer, right? An offer is made, or a choice becomes clear. Okay, after this transformation is complete, it's like a way forward is made, right? We're able to move through this time. We're able to leave the worry behind and shift and make the choice, or this thing starts to actually happen, actually occur and move and come together and start beginning. Okay. or it feels really just grounded and good again, or right. After a long time of a lot of questions, a lot of worry, maybe a lot of financial worry. And it's like, oh my gosh, this, you know, this job finally came through, or this way finally was made. And then you're like, okay, I'm good now, you know, I'm good. I don't have to worry anymore. Yeah, Knight of Swords. Knight of Pentacles. Wow. So we have 3 knights now. And we have the Chariot. So something that was slow to progress, there may have felt like a lot of slow progression with someone or something. Look at that, Queen of Pentacles on the bottom. So now we have King and Queen. So divine counterparts could be a message for somebody. Okay, someone or something that was very slow to move, felt like it was like still not going anywhere, is now moving. Okay, progress is being made. Someone's coming forward. A communication is made, or your work starts to actually, you know, move and progress. There's victory here. There is movement here in a positive direction. Okay, finally, the clouds are clearing. The way is being clear. It's being opened, right? There's a new beginning. There's a grounded, positive path that we can take, right? That it feels good. It's all in order, right? It's actually happening. Yeah, feeling really grounded, secure, safe, like really good in our energy and what we've created and what's going on. It's like, it just feels like, yeah, it feels like even, you know, that anxiousness and this worry about like, well, what's tomorrow going to bring? Or are we going to be okay? Is this going to happen for me? All of those answers all of those questions are answered. Right? There's none of those questions anymore. We leave that behind. We leave that worry and that stress. Completion. There you go. Something's completing. This old cycle, we're putting it to rest. There is an end to something here. And then we have victim. So this kind of goes with this 5 of Pentacles. We could have been in kind of a victimhood mentality, or just this overthinking, over worrying about an outcome, you know, feeling that lack, feeling maybe hurt or hard done by someone. That's coming to an end. That's ending. We're putting that to bed. We're putting that to rest. It's no longer going to affect your energy. Okay, there's someone or something coming in where it's like it just puts this to rest. It's like, no more. I'm done with that. That's not my energy anymore. We're transforming, right? We're rising above that. Okay, we're rising above whatever happened, whatever didn't happen. We have guilt here at the bottom. Okay, yeah, something or someone in our lives maybe put us down, or did something, didn't show up, okay, in some way, or we were overdoing it out of guilt, out of stress, out of worry. But there's something here that kind of made us feel victimized in some way. That's ending, and we're coming back into our personal power, right? Into our stability, into feeling good again. Wisdom, taking the wisdom out of this situation. Service, yeah. Reconnecting with our service, with what we're here to do. Empowering ourselves to move forward. Look at that. We got the Eight of Cups again, emotional withdrawal. And we have rest and rejuvenate. Okay, what is this about, please? I think whatever this happens, like whatever this, we leave this time behind, we leave this incident behind, we leave this place behind, whatever this was, it's done, right? We can finally rest. We can finally chill, right? It's like we can finally, oh my gosh, this is like something was on our minds that was causing stress, worry, anxiety, and then it just ends, right? Either that's by you making a choice to leave it behind, or something happens that ends it, right? And it's like, oh my gosh, in my mind, I can just rest now. This is something that doesn't take up space, so much space in my mind. And then look at that. We have that wise wisdom, and then we have choose wisely. And we have firm foundation. Seven of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles, positive movement forward. We have Wheel of Fortune, destiny. Six of Cups, mental conflict. Wow, Nine of Cups, okay. Yeah, we are, it's like whatever choice we made to leave this behind, or whatever choice we made to like maybe how to deal with this in a better way instead of stressing or worrying, I think you've made a really positive move that has helped you land in a way more secure spot. It's like you've been able to heal something within your root, within your base, through this difficulty or through this stressful incident, whatever this was, right? It helped you choose wisely. It helped you look at the best moves to make, right? Or maybe how to take yourself out of this, right? How to emotionally detach from this, how to withdraw myself, right? How to rest my mind. And it really puts you in a spot of choosing better outcomes for you, choosing better situations, feeling more secure, and then the positive movement forward, right? Connecting with a destiny, moving toward a destiny, a truer path for you. Page of Cups, the costume designer. Page of Pentacles, a kindergarten teacher. So look at these new beginnings. Your life could look very different after this. There's something beginning, whether that's a new job, a new relationship, there's something. There could even be two things, right, with these two pages. Right? There's like something that here, a service or a destiny, something here that you're really going to connect with. You're like, this is me, this is my thing, this is, or this like new, this new area is so great, right? For me and my kids, or this relationship that's just like amazing, and I'm feeling more in touch with myself, more in touch with what I do. Ace of Cups. Right, there we go. So like new love, new heart opening experiences, something or someone you're going to love. Also, just saw 222. Okay, my phone just lit up because I got a text, and on the time it is 222. Okay, so we are aligning, right? There could definitely be two new beginnings here. Love and career, or career and, a new home. There's something we are now connecting with love, right? Our love, what we love, who we love, a heart opening beginning. And look at that, the world. The world. We are completing something successfully, and it's opening our hearts. It's opening a new doorway for us. A brand new beginning, a new start, something beautiful, right? Something exciting, something heart-opening. And it's like, oh my gosh, we're done with that. We're leveling up. I'm feeling elated. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling light, right? This is a huge, huge move up, huge energy shifting here. And then we had the Emperor that wanted to come out at the bottom. So this feels like, and was strength. And then another page, power, swiftness. This feels like, see this dark energy, this cloud, something or someone felt like they had maybe a hold on you. Maybe this was just an energy. It feels like tyrannical, but look at you rising above whatever this was, whoever this was, right? Rising above it, moving on and up to the next level. And it feels like it can't get to you anymore. It can't affect you anymore, right? We are moving on to bigger and better things that are more aligned for us because you showed strength, you showed courage, right? You were open, you were ready. You showed your true power, right? You stood strong, you stood firm, and now things are really going to move in a very positive way. And look at that. We got a delivery. We got something coming in that's going to end this worry and this shift this energy for you in such a high positive way. Okay. Okay, pile number 2. That was your reading. Thank you so much for coming to this reading. That was your miraculous energy of the now. And I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I'm wishing you guys such an amazing holiday period, no matter what you're celebrating, if you're celebrating. Okay, just I hope this time is filled with lots of love and laughter and friendship and good food and good laughs. And yeah, thank you for following along. This was day 12 of Advent. And yeah, thank you so much for being with me here. It was such a beautiful experience. I hope you enjoyed it as well. And yeah, I will catch you guys on the next video, pile number 2. All of my love. Peace. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. This is your Christmas miracle. Okay, and I don't want to exclude anybody. I know not everyone celebrates Christmas, but this is just the energy of miraculousness happening in your life right now. Magic in the air and how it's affecting you at this moment. Okay, so we have your stone here. 1, 8, 9, and 10 are your numbers. And let's see what your cards are. So you have the Hangman. That was also pile number 1's first card. So maybe check out pile 1 if you feel called. We have the Tower. Oh. We have the 8 of Wands. And we have the Emperor. A lot of major arcana. See the rainbow here. I think something that felt very out of reach to you, or like just out of your reach. Okay, this could be a manifestation, a goal, something you desire to have, to hold. Okay, an energy, love, right? Doesn't matter what it is. There's something here with the Tower, something unexpected, a shift. A shift occurs that puts this thing in your hands. Like opens you up and you receive the thing that felt just so close, right? Or just evading maybe your grasp. It seems as though you're going to claim it, hold it, have it very soon. Like it's grounding into your world, into your life, with some kind of unexpected shift, unexpected happening that lands you in the position of receiving it or opening to have it. Okay. Which is very interesting. It really puts you in a deeply powerful position in your own life, right? In your own energy. You're like, oh yeah, you know, I've secured it, feels good. Maybe this is a position or this is a house, but something that makes you feel very secure, very good. Yeah, a big increase. Could be, you know, anything here. But you'll know what it is because it's been something you've been very focused on and it's felt like just out of your grasp. Maybe it's felt like stuck, like it hasn't been able to really move, or it hasn't landed in the way you'd hoped. So we have the Hermit with aloneness. These are big shifts for you guys. Ace of Pentacles, maturity. Yeah, there's something here, the Hangman, some kind of patterns you were breaking, right? Something you were learning on a self journey, right? A healing journey, seeking, right? Seeking something, but maybe seeking this thing was the thing that helped you blossom, right? It's like first you had to blossom. First you had to find it within yourself, find the love, find the acceptance, right? Without maybe this thing in the physical or the specific thing, right? That maybe you desired. There were other things that had to almost catch up to that thing, or, you know, acceptance and self-love that had to come first. And so there's a maturity that has happened now within you. And so you're ready now to receive whatever this thing was, right? Does seem to be something of the physical, though it doesn't have to be. But with the page, Ace of Pentacles, it's like something comes in finally. Something starts moving and something lands in your life. It grounds. This could even be a big, you know, realization, a spiritual shift, right? That shifts everything, that shifts the energy. Look at that. Breakthrough. Justice. You're having a breakthrough. And look at this. Receptivity. Queen of Cups. Look again. Look at the arms opening to receive. Look at all of their arms open wide. Sorry, I'm like covering this just because. Look at that. We've unlocked something. Something has shifted within us. Okay, that is no longer blocking or just keeping us away. A pattern we broke, a realization we came to, something maybe we dropped, or we've learned a lesson in some way. Okay, so that is causing and leading us to a breakthrough. We're breaking through the old karma. We're breaking through the old cycle. This thing that's kept us away from this thing, or from this life, or from this whatever desire. Okay, we are opening ourselves up to receive. We have healed, we have overcome, we have broken through, okay, to the other side. Beautiful. So very similar, it's similar energy to pile number 1. So I check it out because it seems as though you and pile 1 we both have done this by your own will. Right? By your own seeking. And yeah, it's like, obviously there's been, you know, help along the way and shifts, but I think you guys have truly, you know, worked at this and had to fight old patterns and cycles. And it's like this miracle is happening because of your inner shift, because of what you've been able to do and accomplish. It's like you're blossoming, you're blooming as a soul has unlocked this miracle for you. Something that maybe you never thought you could have, or you weren't sure if it would ever happen in your life. That's what you're having a breakthrough around. The Magician. Yeah, your vision. the vision that you saw, right? You coming into your power. It's like you're starting a new path where you're truly at the driver's seat. You're in the reality that you wanted to create. And the Three of Wands, it beginning, right? The experience coming in. Six of Wands, victory, success, okay? Overcoming the difficulty, finally setting forth on our victory, on our path of having the reward, having the victory, having the thing, or being in the place, right? Or doing what we love, or having what we need, right? It's all of these things. It's like you've really come into a new form of self-power, some kind of breakthrough, that you're now receiving some kind of maybe recognition, reward, but there's a new experience coming in where you're winning that thing that you weren't sure if you'd get it, and you were worried about the outcome of it. You were worried, is it going to happen? Is it going to come through? Ever, if, when, will, all of these questions, right, kind of kept you up at night worrying. And it is now happening, okay? It's coming into full view, right? Your vision is coming to life. And you're going to hold it. Look at that, the Lovers. Look at you and your desire, whatever that might be, right? Coming, intertwining together, coming together in harmony, having what we want, right? Being at one with, being in harmony and at one with the energy that, we've been maybe striving toward. Or like, this is what I see for myself. This is what I see for my life, right? In whatever way that occurs. Doing this thing, being in this place with maybe this person, right? And now it's like you and this thing are on the same level. You've grown into match the vibration of what this is, and you are going to receive the reward, death. You guys have so many major arcana. This is such a huge shift for you. This is such a big miracle for you guys, but it's all been the work that you've been able to do and the ways in which you've been able to change your own heart and grow, right? Grow from the inside out, mature, open up, heal, right? It's like you're ready. Your heart is ready. Look at that, Queen of Cups, the work that we've been doing, the healing that we've been focused on, the purging, the cleansing, right, that we've been doing. It's like you're ready, you're good. Like it's time to have that level of happiness or that level of love or that level of success, right? It's like we're on board. You can do this. You have maybe shifted your habits or shifted your thoughts, your words, or the way in which you react, right? There she is. And the Moon. Yeah. It's like there was a lot of deep diving that needed to be done, a lot of healing, a lot of depth, like deep shadow work, right? We had to look what is all here, right? And transform, make new choices, make different decisions, right? Pull ourselves out of this space, cleanse ourselves out of this space. And you're coming out and you're not going back in, okay? You are not going back in. Look, Justice at the bottom. Okay, your karma has been balanced. You are being freed. Breakthrough. You are breaking through the moon, the shadow, this time, this difficulty. Or maybe this time of like not much shifting or not much happening, right? Maybe stagnancy in some ways. Feeling confused, feeling clouded, feeling unsure about my path or my way or what's next. Inner child, yeah. This was the key. This was the key to unlocking this for you. The healing of the inner child, right? The therapist, we had to release, we had to cleanse. We had to look where we were still denying ourselves, not loving ourselves, right? Not cherishing ourselves, not listening to ourselves. Peace, finding that inner peace, that inner truth. Vision, because it was affecting our vision, the vision we saw for ourselves, right? Now the vision is coming true, but it had to be true. It was like things were affecting the vision and how it showed up, how it occurred, because there were things within us that weren't in peace, that weren't in harmony, right? That weren't healed. And so it was affecting the vision we saw, right? We may have seen it a certain way, but the outcome would come something else because our energy was off, right? It wasn't in alignment or in harmony with the highest vision we saw. Maybe even our vision has shifted and changed over this time, right? Because there were still parts of us that were locked in the dark, right? Locked in the shadow. And that was affecting the vision that we created for ourselves, right? How we saw our lives turning out. And so now that our inner child is at peace, right, and is in love, now our vision is true. And now it is time to truly unlock the real vision for ourselves and for our lives. Yeah, it's like that was our challenge, the shadow. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure pile 1 had both of these cards as well. So your challenge was the shadow, facing the shadow, and how the shadow affected the vision, okay, until we came into peace, till we came into love and acceptance, right? So our shadow work is now ending. Beautiful. Beautiful. Sirius, the student, master, and teacher. Wow. Cosmic upgrades. Water connection. There you go. You have the Queen of Cups twice. Egypt, Atlantis, Lemuria, animals, nature, sensitive, creative, artist, peacekeeper, cosmic purpose, healer, music. I mean, this just goes so well. Inner child, peace, and it's like peacekeeper, sensitive, artist, healer. Animals. Yeah, this is like the student becomes the teacher, the master, but it's also like all in one, right? Like you never stop becoming the student. And that's the true maturity. That's the true teacher, right? It's the one that's always the student, the one that is, healed and not having to be up on the other. But I really feel like what's happening is definitely a cosmic upgrade from the universe to see your vision through, the highest vision for yourself. Now that you've found some inner peace, right? Something about your inner child has come to peace, has come to rest. And I think that's really going to hit in a way that it hasn't before, but this is about an upgrade cosmically, right? An upgrade to maybe your purpose, to what it is you do, an expansion, a growth. We have Arcturus, the master manifestor, a higher timeline. That's exactly it. It's like we're upgrading to a higher timeline now. Pioneer, natural born leader, stargazer, highly evolved, masculine energy, a doer, ancient gifts, sacred geometry, and scientific. Yeah, you are evolving to a higher timeline where you are going to be the master. You are going to be the healer, the helper, the server, the leader, the way shower. Okay, it's time for your vision that you've held so close to your heart to come to fruition. Wow, look at this. Oh my gosh. The Christ light, 5D heart activation. Oh my gosh. Bliss, inner peace, tranquility, ascension, compassion, tolerance, forgiveness, purity, benevolence, service, sainthood. Wow. Look at that. Purity, inner peace, bliss. It's like you have found some inner peace, right? You've connected with your childlike innocence, right? That purity within you. And so you are now being lifted, being trusted with this higher timeline because of this 5D heart activation that is occurring in your life and is lifting you into this timeline that you so deserve, right? That you so deserve. Wow. You are being honored to such a high degree. Transforming pain into growth, Chiron, the wounded healer. You have transformed your pain into growth, into gifts, into helping. Okay. Sorry, my mic just disconnected, but it's okay. We'll keep going. Your struggles, the things that you struggled with, that your inner child needed your help, right? Needed your protection. Those are the things that you have now transmuted, are now going to teach on a higher level, on a higher timeline because of your purity and your peace within yourself. And look at this. Oh my gosh. Andromeda, the high vibration, magic and miracles. You literally got the title of the reading. You got miracles, magic and miracles. Heart-centered, highly gifted, creative, imaginative, intuitive, freedom seeker, teacher, healer, balanced yin yang. Wow. Key to helping others. You truly are taking off. You are lifting off into another level. A higher octave. Okay, this is your heart activating. This is your miracles activating, your magic within yourself because of your dedication to purity, to peace, right? To your shadow, to being the best leader in the most heart-opening, right, compassionate way. I mean, I can't even, this is like such crazy energy. It's so big, right? You are having such a massive shift, a massive, wow. You're going to the next level here in an honoring way, right? You are being honored by source. You're being honored by the light, for your light, for your dedication, for your level of peace and purity. Wow, you are going to lead in a compassionate and honorable way. And you're going to have many people who see you, who hear you, who feel you, okay, and who understand, or you can understand, but who feel resonance with you. So there's going to be many, many magical moments and miracles shifting and occurring in your life at this time. Pile number 3. Thank you so much for coming to this reading. I'm honored to have you. You guys are beautiful. There's going to be so many things shifting and occurring in your life at this time. I think it's really going to rock your world in a really beautiful way. Yeah, what beautiful energy. Can't believe it. So thank you so much for coming to this reading today. This was your Christmas miracle reading, or just your magic and miracles reading, okay? And I'm just wishing you guys all of the best during this holiday season, whether you're celebrating something, you're not celebrating something. I just wish and bless you guys with lots of love, light, good food, good laughs, good friends, good family all around you, and good times, all right? And thank you so much for joining me along this journey of our Tarot Advent, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I hope to see you guys on the next video. All right. All of my love, Pile 3. Peace.